E-U-A-E-U. Alright. Hello my loves, welcome back to Zeke's Lunchbox. It has been a minute since I have done a time-lapse video. I'm not sure why that is. I feel like I've just been really busy hustling. I haven't had enough time to work on personal work. Excuses, whatever. Let's just head straight into this. Now, if you're new here, I'm working on a tarot card deck. It's a huge project. I've hardly cracked into it, and I've had a lot of twists and turns along the way. If you want to catch up on where everything's at, I posted that in my vlog last week, but this week I just wanted to chat about this card and why I'm redoing this card, and kind of just chatting about like why I decided to take a couple of the visual cues from the Rider-Waite tarot deck and how I chose to interpret everything. So yeah, let's just crack into it. Now, if you've been following my work for the last couple of months, you will know that I have done two little sample cards, one tarot card of the Star and the other one of the High Priestess. I've already painted a version of the High Priestess. This is a revision because I wasn't happy with the original one. The original one, I felt like I just didn't have the presence that I wanted it. The Priestess felt really off for me, and her proportions, just on a technical standpoint, just felt a little bit off. And I also found that the background elements were just too harsh on a contrasted level, and yeah, the eye was going all over the place in the composition and wasn't directed right at the High Priestess, and obviously the card is all about her, so I wanted the focus to be on her. And I also showed the paper that I used in the beginning of this video. I decided to just like change up the paper that I was using because I needed something that was just a little bit, I don't know, more proficient in holding the paint. Anyway, yada yada, technical reasons. I just needed to redo the card because I just felt like it needed to be stronger, you know? So the history and kind of the meaning behind this card, it's meant to represent mystery, stillness, passivity. The card suggests that it is time to retreat and reflect upon the situation and trust your inner instincts to guide you through it. So I just felt like in the original one, she had some strength and mystery behind her, but I don't know, she wasn't like a strong enough character, or it wasn't pushing it enough for me. So originally I was making the cards in A4, but I realized it's just way too hard to work in such a small scale. So I've scaled up the paper to A3, and this way I was just able to get a lot more detail into her face, and she just felt a lot stronger, and I don't know, she had more of a presence now, you know? So if you look back at the old card, I used a lot of really dark tones, and with this one I tried to stay with mid-tones and then work my way up. I just felt like this is something that I'm going to continue doing because I feel like my older pieces have a little bit too much contrast in them, and this piece is a lot more pastel, although it may not look at the color palette as a lot more soft. Yeah, that kind of feeds back into like the passivity and the stillness that, yeah, I'm trying to go for in the card. So let's chat about a couple of the symbols that I've chosen to take, and yeah, I've given my little twist on them. Originally the two pillars were two mushrooms, and I felt they were a little bit too loud and really took away from the focal point, which is the Priestess. I just felt like they needed to be a lot more structured and kind of blend in with the background a little bit more. Now I chose to go with these like plumbus inspired.
Everyone has a plumbus in their home.
Pillars because for me, although the card does hold lots of mystery and, you know, esoteric thought, I'm someone who doesn't take all that sort of stuff very seriously. So although it's a very, you know, mysterious card, it's kind of like making a little joke at the end. A lot of my work does have a bit of humor in it, and I like that balance between like taking it seriously and also at the end of the day it's not really that serious at the same time, you know? You feel me? Yeah, so I also chose to make her all blue just because that's something that's reflected in the original deck as well. She's meant to be wearing like all blue robes, and for me I kind of wanted to give her this sheen just because it felt like really statuesque. It's almost like you're reflecting, I don't know, once you look at this card it's like looking at a great powerful statue. That's kind of how I decided to take this card. So it's got a mystery and a stillness, and yeah, that stillness is really what I wanted to create with this card, you know. Also with the card, it has the original card, she's got a kind of crown and a crescent moon and some figs. So I knew those elements did have to be incorporated in some way, and I almost feel like these elements do create like a kind of Magritte style surreal interpretation of it. And yeah, I just really like how, I don't know, it feels very otherworldly. So she's also holding a book which is the Torah, meaning divine law, and half of it's covered with an orb because I wanted the card to still feel mysterious, like you're intrigued, you want to know more, it's just time to stop. So yeah, I'm hoping I got all of that out into the card and it all kind of makes sense. If I'm being completely honest, there's like so much symbolism in a lot of these cards, and you can really go down a serious rabbit hole of what each little element means. I didn't want to be too, you know, by the books and just have every single element be like a true representation. I just feel like for me it's like really trying to find a good balance between picking the elements that like push the overall meaning of the card and kind of having a little nod to the original symbols here and there. Yeah, so that's just how I took it. Anyway, so that's all my thoughts on this card. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, I hope you guys like it as well. I'm getting so amped for this tarot card project. There's a lot of buzz around it, and you guys keep wanting to just like have it in your hands right now, and I'm trying to smash it out as quick as possible. Lots more to come. So if these tarot card time lapses are something that you're interested in, please let me know if you want to see more of them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one for more art ZEKE goodness. Make sure you like and subscribe the video before you head out, and if you want to head over to my shop to support the channel and my art, that would be super appreciated. You can also catch me on Facebook and Instagram at Zeke's Lunchbox. Speaking of which, we just hit 10k on Instagram. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.